Judgment card. 7 of Pentacles. The Sun card, yes, by the next sunrise here, more failures will be addressed. Until tomorrow morning, it's just the 24th of February. It's 10:37 p.m. and now it will, by morning, there will be more losses here. It's like something old is being brought back up, something old is being brought to light. Just a moment. Please, something old is coming back to the surface. Something old is coming to light. A topic that was no longer relevant suddenly becomes relevant. And one doesn't really know what to make of this topic. Neither side. It sounds strange now because it's the future and it's not you and your heart's man or heart's lady. You're not in the middle of it. You just have to wait now. These are now public topics and you just have to wait and see what they could be. I mainly notice the shoulder here. Just a moment, please. They look so worn out, as if there was some kind of general... There would have been medallions. There are these stripes and stuff that pilots have. Somebody, ex-pilot, ex-general, ex-something, someone who has something on their shoulders. What was worn in the past, I see this worn out color here. Do you see this fading? Some kind of person is suddenly going to be the topic. Ex-military something, ex-pilot, ex... Who else wears that? Do captains have that? Yes, those shoulder coverings. Someone who had something to do with the shoulders in the past. The shoulders were especially in the foreground. Suddenly, it comes back to life. There's something that will come back to life. Okay, I want to quickly change the cards. Just a moment. Just a moment, just a moment, just a moment. Oops. I want to switch to these cards. How is this going to progress in the Ukraine-Russia conflict, please? I'm jumping back in. How is this going to progress in the short term in the Ukraine-Russia conflict, please? Page of the Cups. Page of Wands, Two of Swords. A completely new path is being offered here. This is about this cup here. Look. So, ex-person, ex-party, ex-state, whoever that was, this third energy has caused instability for us now. Look, I can give you my cup. But for that you need to. You might be wondering if you are ready for a path, for a continuation that is new for you, says Putin. To Ukraine, and then a decision has to be made here. Okay. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. And the Moon. Yes, it's a way that will make Ukraine more dependent on Russia. And it is a path that Ukraine doesn't know like this. Ukraine has never experienced anything like this. Yes, it's an uncertain path here. And here too, you can't see a way forward. Moment. It applies here like this. Okay, this is interesting now. I have a dog here and here I have a wolf. Different yet the same. Here, two parties. It's like when two are supposed to be under the wings of Russia. Some party, a country, a subject, I don't know what. We have to wait and see. It's the same as Ukraine, but still not Ukraine. The dog and the wolf are the same, but still not the same. Should here Look up to Russia. Queen of Swords. Court card. The High Priestess. The High Priestess on the Moon card with 2, the swords here, the second major arcana. You need to give me a moment here. 6 of coins. Do you see that well? Yes, that's good. I spontaneously decided to do this reading. So I decided to do it today on a whim. It was all spontaneous too. Yes. One moment, please. Splash, the cups here, new and the swords here, king of swords here. That is... Oh. Ukraine is being put into a situation. Okay. Do you see these are... Can I say something? Can I address all the people who say that world peace is being disturbed by this, yes, and then point fingers at people? This is what's happening, what I see every day in romantic relationships. Ukraine is being deliberately put in a desperate situation here so that Ukraine appreciates the clarity that Russia suddenly offers even more. It happens all the time. Also in love readings between two people. I always say, the problem isn't them, it's us. We are always the problem. Ukraine is being pushed into such desperation here. Such desperation that Ukraine then appreciates even more that here 111. A clear offer comes from Russia, a glimmer of hope. The glimmer of hope itself brings out something from the past. Something is being brought up, something that was actually over. Here, the court card comes again. Those are coffins that were actually closed. Actually, the topic was finished, but now it comes up again with this togetherness, with someone who is different yet the same. Yes, and then this subordination to Russia. Ukraine can't make a reasonable decision in that moment. And it's not an offer where Ukraine sits down and consults, where then, based on facts, make a decision. It's such a decision. Okay, what does my gut feeling say? Which is then decided by Ukraine here. King of Swords reversed. They wanted to come back in reverse. King of Swords reversed. 4 of Cups reversed. 4 of Wands reversed. It's about the stability that is lost through the King of Swords. Do you see this here? This is the strategy here. And here with the King of Swords reversed, it is shown here that it already is. That intelligence is being used for evil here. I feel here with the King of Swords, so here I feel Ukraine is out. It's very clear that this is about Putin here. Playing different games. Female, male energy, giving, taking, offering, demanding, those kinds of things. But here it's about the fact that the Russian side, especially Mr. Putin, is using his intelligence quite tactically. And with the 4 of Church reversed and the 4 of Wands, does Putin give Ukraine the feeling that they are about to miss an opportunity? It's like a last chance because right now everything is in chaos. With the 4 of Wands reversed, the order is in disarray, and just like that. I see this all the time in love relationships, their opinions. When everything is the most chaotic, a person is more susceptible to ready-made clarity. Okay. What will we, the viewers, become? And in the newspapers, in the media, next about this conflict, this war between Russia and Ukraine. in the material dimension experienced through our five senses. Please, 3 cards, please. Still upside down. Page of the coins upside down. Yes, I have it upright again now. He wanted to come like this now. There's nothing you can do. I also see the message. I'll say it right away. King of Cups. Ace of Cups. The smaller side. The smaller side will have to realize here that many inefficient actions have been taken. I mainly see these military operations from Ukraine here. So, for those who read it more closely and are familiar with numbers, you will notice that the effort is not worth it, or not proportional at all to the result. Excuse me. Page of the coins. These are resources, energies, time and money that you throw into the void, so to speak. This is Mr. Putin. Putin will suddenly strike a different tone. A tone of peace. We had already seen this here, this sudden, come on, look, we can create peace like this. Again. We will see a slightly different tone from Putin. Perceive. And especially this King of Cups here, he's one who drifts out there on the open sea. And he goes where the waves carry him. And we already have these waves here. And it's a bit of Putin's attitude here that he says, I'm here because I've been driven here. The waves have driven me here. The waves that were caused by this third person, third party, third subject, that have indeed ultimately driven me here. Actually, I don't want that at all. Actually, I indeed want peace with you, Putin will say. He is a very intelligent person. As I said at the beginning, this is not about an opinion. Just because I say he's clever doesn't mean I support anything. But I'm not saying anything about it. I personally. One must acknowledge what one recognizes here. One cannot deny. My God. What else should you know, please? What is it? Let me ask this way. What do you have to say to those who are afraid of a third world war, please? 2 cards, please. What do you have to say to these people, please? Knights of Cups. The car. Do you see this river here? Do you see this river here? And here is also a river. I don't know if you see that. Here is also a river. And here, on this card, this river was crossed. And here one doesn't even enter. I'll tell you what the cards say about this topic. This World War theme. On one hand, there are these different parties. Different interest groups. Some say pro-Ukraine, some say pro-Russia. And one side would never cross this river. Okay. And the other side has already left this river behind. One side would never. Think about a third world war, even tackle it. And the other side has already been through something like that. Okay. What else do you have to say about this? Reader of the coins, patience. Patience. And the magician. What could indeed be a bit tricky here is This long-term mindset from Putin, he is here. If these tactics do not work here, Mr. Putin is very ready to stand behind his strategy in the long term. This man is currently blind for war damage and is ready to do so long term, to stick to her plan until he can manifest what he intends to do. Now the camera has moved, sorry. Yes, so that's a bit what requires patience from us. It somewhat depends on how Ukraine responds to Russia's offer, or rather to this new Putin's attitude, how Ukraine reacts to that. What do you, in your professional and expert opinion, recommend my viewers regarding this tricky, complex and challenging situation that makes people a bit nervous? Queen of the coins. Queen of the church, yes. Justice card. Okay. The cards say care. The cards say take care of your household, of your life, or be there within yourselves. Closed. You need to make sure that this energy doesn't disturb your calm. You should, no matter if you're a man or a woman, with the Queen of Coins, it's about a person who really cares about their environment. Your focus is placed on that. She holds the coin here very carefully. My home, my family is the most important, says this. Queen of the coins. Beginning of the church here. She's someone who is also very introverted and doesn't talk much about a topic, keeps her opinions and everything to herself. With the Justice card, you see, I am the piece of paper on which the news report is printed, right? I'm just bringing the message here with the Justice card. It is said here that currently the scales are being balanced there. It's something that needed to be balanced. Before it wasn't balanced and now it's being balanced, it says here. It's something like a right that's happening at the moment. Justice, this is the court card. A judgment is being made. Everyone gets their share. It's almost like this when the cards say, if not now, then it would happen in 5 years. If not in 5 years, then in 20 years. If not, then in 50 years. And just as technology and military technology in particular continue to evolve. Yes, it sounds macabre, but the sooner the better. One wishes to go back to the Stone Age. Really? What is there that we don't know about this conflict, about this war, but should know? Please, 3 cards, please. Three of Swords, 9 of Wands. The Empress here. Yeah, that sounds so tarot-like coming from me, but that's just typical of a tarot reader. At the moment, the situation is heartbreaking. And there is also fear about where this destabilization will lead. But only now is the ground being prepared for fruitful cooperation. I mentioned right at the beginning here, it talks about how Ukraine and Russia have been holding back because there were certain ties in between, and these ties were severed by external influences, by third parties. And that suddenly led to this question. As a result, these two are now facing each other and have raised these questions, and everything got stirred up. Until now, this coexistence of these countries was not very fruitful, but from now on, something can really come out of it. From now on, something can really emerge. Before, it was those ties that were there. That's it. Let's see what will happen. That's pretty interesting. That's the same with others like Microsoft, right? As it is in the micro, so it is in the macro. It's just like with these personal readings that I do here. As soon as it comes to this, people clash. When the devil is involved, when there is a chain in between, a child for whom you have to keep your mouth shut, or a prenuptial agreement or something else where you have to keep your feet still, then people stay out of it. That's why relationships are structured like that 80 to 90% of the time. But as soon as there are no chains in between and you are free in your decision and not bound to each other, then it gets complicated. I see this all the time in interpersonal relationships. That's the real challenge, now that these chains are not there, to find the middle ground here. Will it be found? According to my reading, no. In the long run, you could see something fruitful come out of this. Maybe Ukraine will see an advantage or something from it. But right now, Ukraine is really backed into a corner. Driven and or backed into a corner. Driven and feels pretty abandoned by that party that the situation so far provoked has. Okay, that's what I see. I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye bye.